Hello everyone and welcome to this Orderforms review. Today I'm going to be talking you through everything you need to know about Orderforms, and as usual, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll also be leaving a discounted link in this video's description so that you can always get your money's worth for Orderforms. So Orderforms allows you to create your sales page simply by dragging and dropping things onto your main area of your sales page, which allows you to sell your products and subscriptions or services all online very easily. So as you can see here, we have our main dashboard. We have our products, orders, customers, and settings at the top, and we then have our main products, and we can also create a product up here. Now we'll be going through the ones that we've got here under the products, but we'll also go ahead and show you how to create one. It's very easy to do. You would simply put the name of it and the description. So as you can see, if we go to a product page, the name is phone, the description is the world's best phone, and then also the URL. So the URL of which that you want it to be. This will be a minimum of 4 characters. You will have to have it as a certain thing. However, it's really useful to have, and you can basically customize it slightly more, as you know you do have to be using a domain for it. So we're going to go ahead and immediately go and look in here. Now these are all the different aspects that we've got. Under general, we have the name, description, and product URL that we have. And if we do have a product image, we're able to import that into this section here by simply clicking and dragging and obviously uploading it from our File Explorer. Now our payment settings is where we can connect merchants. Now the merchants that are linked with this page are plentiful. It's a lot more than usual. The only thing that I will say, it doesn't have PayPal. However, it does have Braintree, which is a PayPal service. So it's not directly built in with PayPal, meaning the actual user interface of which people will get might be slightly different if they do want to pay with a PayPal account. However, it does still let people use their account in order to actually buy your product. So still really nice to know that it does have that, and we're going to go ahead and get on with the next area. So the pricing is where you basically say what you sell your product in, whether it's GBP and what overall currency you have, and then obviously the price options. So as you can see here, as we know, this is a phone, and we'll be setting up a one-time payment of £1,000. And you would hit add price option and select whether it's one time or whether it's obviously recurring, the price of the item, and then the checkout label. And then you can hit add price option, and that will then be added. You can also assign coupons if you want there to be a discount, and then you can obviously set what you want the price to be and assign a coupon to that for a specific discount on a product. However, you can then also decide whether you want to have a little look at what is currently being tested, what's live, or what isn't, and there are some options up here to do that too. Under checkout, you can basically see what people will be looking at when they actually buy the item. You can select the language between English, Spanish, German, and Dutch, and what they will see when they're actually buying the thing. You can also check the form field, so you can see what their customer first and last name is, what their address is, and what their customer phone number, and whether they've accepted the terms and conditions. Just a few things that you want your customers to agree to or input into the website before they actually buy a product. This might be some stuff that you want to be able to target them in the future with, or maybe it's just some stuff that you want peace of mind when they actually come to buy it. You can change the checkout button color and also the color of the text inside it. It will also display a template or a preview of what that will look like on the right. And then you can also look at the template overall of what your page will look like when people are buying. So for ours, for instance, it will look something like this. As you can see, we do have outskirts and sort of borders behind each of our parameters. However, yours will look a lot cleaner and obviously look much nicer. You can also select what device you want to view it on, whether it's tablet, whether you want it to view on a, say, a mobile portrait, so a phone, what it would look like as you scroll down the page, and whatever you really want. Now, a success page is basically the overall page that people will be given once they've bought something. So you're able to obviously have some very typical, very standard text editing tools at the top, and also edit exactly what it will say when somebody has bought the product. As you can see at the moment, it's very basic. It says thank you for your purchase. However, you can simply click on this as a normal text box and type in "Thank you for buying our phone!" exclamation mark, and obviously use these to edit anything. These are all fairly self-explanatory, but you can also remove a style of the font and completely refresh it to normal. You can add a link, a picture, a video, insert a horizontal rule, or even change the overall style of what you've got. So what you want the text to be. You could have headers or even code if you wanted maybe it to be themed after a coding package that somebody has ordered. You'd be able to do that as well. So it's nice to know that all these features are there, and that it's really nice when people get it that they have a little just thank you page at the end. Order actions are basically integrations, and what you would then do is have a webhook or an email. So if we selected an email, you could then send an email and then select a template. So this is basically if you would have a template and hit the manage page, you can create email templates. However, we'll get back to this in a minute. You can then select the template to send it and then also select the recipient. Whether you want it to be the account owner, the business, custom, or a customer, you'd be able to do that too. Now, basically, it's more of an automation page, this. You can also select a webhook, and if the webhook's done, you can make a webhook for either customer, order, or both data, essentially. So really useful to be able to do. And as we know, you can create email campaigns on here by simply selecting a template here and selecting new email template and then creating it from scratch like so. So you would have new email template, who it's from, replying to, subject, and then all of the information that you would need to send out to that person using these applicable parameters in order to target or have autofill for certain things. So for example, their name. And then finally, you have analytics. Now, basically, this allows you to have tracking code inserted on all product pages, so you just get an idea of who's buying stuff, how many people are doing stuff, and you can also enable or disable this and input tracking code for, say, Google Analytics or something like that, so that you can get feedback into those systems. So really, really useful. Under the orders tab, you can view every order that you've got. All of these information at the top really useful, so you can filter through, maybe find a specific one if somebody is having an issue. You can also view every customer that you've got, their first name, last name, and email. And then finally, under settings, you can go through these features. We've already been under email templates, billing, account integrations. You can also add your coupons in here like we showed earlier. You can view any merchants that you've got and also look at the business options too. So now begs the question, would I recommend order forms, and why do you reckon people might use it? Let's answer that question first. When you create a product, it's often hard to get a website where everything can be done and then immediately released out into the open. This website changes that. Everything is seamless in terms of getting your payments, all the information that you need to do with it, looking at the information of the customers and the information of the orders, invoicing, stuff like that. It's all really nicely built into this software. As well as that, it's intuitive, it's easy to use, and overall gives a really nice user experience for people. Would I recommend it? The answer to that is definitely yes. I really like how every page is laid out. You can have as many products as you need, and you don't just have to sell 1, 2 things. There's no limit on that. I really like the way that you can go back and edit anything and make sure that any errors are fixed very, very easily. I also really like the settings tab, being able to add coupons, and also the email templates. It's also not just a form where you can create products to sell. You can also get that information out to your customers and make sure that any products that you release maybe in the future is obviously targeted towards those people, and you get as much engagement and as much, feedback and purchases and profit as you can. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.